Archangel Michael says, do not scroll. Stop for a moment and breathe. Heaven has led you here, and this is not random. Your angel has been whispering your name, guiding you toward this divine message. Your heart has been aching for a sign, and this is that sign. You were guided here because heaven saw what happened, and now heaven is ready to reveal what they saw. Someone you love deeply, someone you trusted with your heart, has just discovered something that your heart has just discovered something that this divided has just discovered something that throughout the hills, the caught itself lighted. Someone you love deeply, someone you trusted with you. They nearly collapsed when they found out what you did. But before you rush to blame yourself or drown in guilt, listen carefully. This is not a message of shame. This is a message of truth, of love, and of divine redemption. You have been walking with a heavy heart, carrying emotions that were never fully yours to carry. You've been trying to make peace with choices you made when your soul was hurting, confused, or simply trying to survive. But I, Archangel Michael, stand before you now with the sword of truth in hand to cut away the lies, break the chains of misunderstanding, and restore your light. Comment, I trust you, God, if you're surrendering your worries today. You are not being punished, beloved. You are being prepared. Heaven saw your tears when no one else did. Heaven heard your prayers when you felt completely unheard. And heaven witnessed what was said about you, the words that wounded you, the assumptions that painted your soul unfairly. God says the truth will rise like the morning sun, and those who doubted you will soon understand why I chose you. You did something from love, not from darkness. You made a decision that came from a heart that wanted to protect, to heal, to find peace, not to harm. Yet the world misread your action, and someone close to two. The world misread your action, and someone close to two. So plus two to the two to the two. To fashion and someone close to two. And plus two to the jackson and someone close to two. Not to the two. They nearly collapsed because they didn't understand your intention. They didn't see your tears after it happened. They didn't feel your trembling heart when you realized how much it could hurt them. But heaven did. The angels surrounded you that night when your body shook and your spirit broke. You thought you were alone, but the room was full of divine presence. Every whisper of apology that never left your lips was heard by heaven. Every word you couldn't say, every word you couldn't say, you were forgiven before you even asked, because heaven saw your heart. Heaven saw that what you did was not out of malice, but out of protection, out of desperation, out of love. You need to release this guilt now, beloved soul. The energy of shame is not meant to live in your body any longer. I am here to lift it from you. Archangel Michael speaks. You have punished yourself enough. You've replayed the moment over and over, wishing you could rewrite it at time. You've replayed the moment over and over, wishing you could rewrite it wishing you could rewrite it at time. But what if I told you that what you thought was a mistake was actually a divine setup for awakening? What if heaven used that very moment to shift your destiny? Comment protected if you know no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Sometimes the pain that comes after our actions is not punishment, it's purification. It's the divine way of cleansing the heart, preparing it for something greater. The person who nearly collapsed will one day endure for something greater. The person who nearly collapsed will one day will say something that cost and collapse stage your divine statutor. The person who nearly collapsed will one day under tough work calm their great collapsed will one day under his Christus was to. Right now, they are wrestling with emotions, illusions, and human pride. But heaven is working behind the scenes to bring healing into both of your lives. Your silence is not weakness. Your distance is not rejection. You are being guided into a sacred pause, a divine protection phase, where heaven shields you from further misunderstanding. Do not chase what is running from confusion. Do not explain yourself to those who are not ready to hear heaven's truth, who are not ready to hear heaven's truth, who are not ready to hear heaven's truth. Rachel, heaven's truth. Full, I'm not ready to hear heaven's truth. And Shuflius, truth. I'm not ready to hear heaven's truth. The Sulius, who are. For soon, what you did will be seen through the lens of divine light. Every soul involved will know the truth. Every false story will collapse under the weight of revelation. The very act that caused pain will later become the reason for transformation. You are being refined, not rejected. You are being anointed, not abandoned. Beloved, this pain is not your ending, it's your awakening. You have been asking, why did this have to happen like this? Why could 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 the Shilzoflolo? Why could the Felicimtoreth? Well, Colderete. Buthu, comment protected. If you know no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Heaven says, because understanding comes after revelation, and revelation comes after silence. You were chosen to experience this silence because heaven needed your heart to become stronger than your emotions. You have been crying out, Lord, why do I feel so alone in this? And heaven whispers, because I am walking you through the valley where only faith can guide you. This season is not to break you, but to bless you beyond what you can imagine. Do not be afraid of their reaction. Do not be afraid of their silence. You did what you had to do, and heaven will use it. The person who nearly collapsed will rise again, but so will you. Their pain is temporary, and your burden is being lifted. You both are. Being taught different lessons, but the same divine truth, that love, even when misunderstood, never fails. Soon, a day will come when they will look back and see why it had to unfold this way. They will realize that your action, though painful, saved them from something worse. You protected them in ways they could not see at the time. And heaven says, I will reveal your purity in due time. Until then, remain still. Do not fight for approval. Do not beg for approval. Do not beg the vulnerable. Do not beg the plobes. Do not beg begeds. Do not beg beluntedem. Do not beg the loves. Beg the biz. Will beg love. Do not. Your silence is your strength. Your peace is your weapon. And your faith is your shield. The angels have already gone before you to prepare the healing path. Soon, there will be an unexpected message, a reconnection, a conversation that feels guided by heaven itself. They will come with tears, with apology, with recognition of the love you carried even in your mistakes. And when that happens, do not speak from pride, speak from grace. You will know it is time when peace enters your spirit before their name enters your phone. That peace will be your sign that heaven has completed the inner work. So breathe. Release what you cannot control. Type amen if you feel God is speaking to you right now. Heaven is not angry with you. God is not disappointed in you. You are still chosen, still loved, still being guided, and everything that felt like loss is quietly being rewritten as victory. The person who nearly collapsed will one day thank you for what you did, because heaven will show them the truth, not through words, but through transformation. So lift your head, beloved. The worst has already passed. The angels are still with you. And I, Archangel Michael, will not leave your side. You are protected. You are forgiven. You are being prepared for something big. Heaven is watching. The story is not over. Archangel Michael speaks again. You feel the ache in your chest because your soul remembers love more deeply than your mind remembers pain. Even now, heaven is watching over the one who misunderstood you. They are trembling under the weight of realization, their heart replaying every word you ever spoke with new understanding. Their spirit is beginning to see what their eyes could not. And though distance still exists between you, light is slowly entering their confusion. Heaven says, be still as stillly entering their confusion. Heaven says, be still ills, be still ills, be still as still ills, be still ill for einenslanding. Heaven says, be still as still of, be shagging like a child, be still of visit as a standing, be still of his real levels, volley in the what can it use? The storm is ending, even if thunder still echoes. You do not need to rush what is already unfolding in divine time. When God begins to correct a story, he does it gently, quietly, completely. Every lie that was spoken about you is unraveling. Every secret that tried to bury your name is turning into testimony. The truth is finding its way to the surface. You thought you lost them forever, but heaven says this separation is sacred. Its separation is sacred. This separation is sacred. The separation is sacred. It is alleen for the time for if it is to finish hidden. It is done because lies is why falsely. You are not being forgotten. You are being refined in the fire of truth. Let the angels work. Do not interfere with God's timing. If you try to force it now, you will disturb what heaven is healing. Archangel Michael says, there are moments when silence speaks louder than defense. Your silence has been building a bridge made of peace. While they wrestled with guilt and confusion, heaven has been touching their conscience. Every night they close their eyes. Your work rise, your work rise, your word bear night they close their eyes. Your word bear eyes, your work crosses is, renishes is direct. Your work with size, your work with God's chins, your work is real. Every time they hear your name, their heart trembles. Because love cannot be erased when it was written by heaven. They nearly collapsed because they finally saw what your love truly was, pure, selfless, and unconditional. It shook them. It frightened them. It reminded them that real love still exists. And now they are battling between pride and surrender. Heaven whispers, do not chase. What is yours is already finding its way back. This is the season where what was misunderstood will be understood, and what was rejected will be respected. The angels are clearing the confusion that clouded your connection. They are softening hearts and opening eyes. While you thought you were forgotten, your name was being spoken in the halls of heaven. The divine council met concerning your pain. They decided it was time to turn your sorrow into strength. You have been crying in secret, but those tears have 10 days. You have been crying in secret, but those tears has tipid was stays years east. Wi-Fi, in 6 long time, sorted and sacred, but those tears has tims to the lions. You are the loveless, your savants tears is in the same nature then. Every tear has become a seed, and soon a harvest of restoration will rise from the soil of your faith. You are being promoted through this pain. Archangel Michael says, when heaven allows heartbreak, it's not to destroy you, but to reposition you. This experience has been your initiation into divine wisdom. You have learned discernment through disappointment. You have learned strength through surrender. You have learned that love is not weakness. It is warfare where that love is not weakness. It is warfare if the love is not weakness. It is warfare if this not weakness. It is warfare if to blows. You football says with aegis is no fear of his it is war. And now your energy is changing. Your light has intensified. The same people who misunderstood you will soon marvel at your peace. Because while they talked about you, you healed. While they doubted you, you prayed. And while they left you, God stood beside you. The angels are surrounding you now. You may not see them, but you can feel the calm in your chest. That's them. They are restoring balance to your emotions. They are cutting the cords of fear and regret that have tangled your spirit. Archangel Michael says, you are stepping into a season where clarity will comfort you more than closure. You don't need them to apologize before you forgive. Forgiveness is your freedom. It does not excuse their actions. It simply releases their actions. It simply releases their actions. It simply releases current actions. It simply releases surrounds you. The moment you let go, the divine begins to move faster. Heaven cannot pour new blessings into hands still holding the past. So open your palms. Let it all fall away. Every memory that still aches. Every word that still echoes. Every face that still haunts. Let it go now. Because heaven is preparing new love, new peace, and new beginnings for you. Your person is waking up to their lesson, and you are waking up to your purpose. what they saw as an ending, and you are waking up to your purpose. What they saw as an ending. If they had stayed in your life the way they were, their confusion would have infected your destiny. God separated you not to punish, but to preserve. Now you are being rebuilt with wisdom, with patience, with divine strength. And when the time is right, your paths may cross again, but on higher ground. Not through pain, but through peace. Not through confusion, but through understanding. Until then, your focus must return to your healing. Heaven says, what you do with this waiting season determines what I trust you with next. Use this time to rebuild your connection with your spirit. Pray not for them to return, but for you to rise. Pray for wisdom instead of revenge. Pray for healing instead of explanation. Because heaven is already preparing a moment where they will see you again, not as the person they left, but as the miracle they lost. They will barely recognize your glow lost. They will barely recognize your glow house. They will barely recognize your glow out, but glow on. I barely recognize your glow oh. The slipes will barely recognize your glow oh. Watch the music low, so because this is your silence will humble them, and your strength will remind them of what they once had. Heaven says they will return not to test you, but to testify. They will tell you how they nearly collapsed when the truth finally hit them, that you were never the villain, that you were the blessing. And you will listen not with anger, but with grace, because by then you will have outgrown the pain. You will stand as living proof that God can turn heartbreak into Herak. God can turn heartbreak into Heagus. You will stand as living proof that God can turn heartbreak into Hef. You will stand as living proof that God can turn heartbreak into his lefts, without sister, what this thing, worlds. Archangel Michael says, the one who misunderstood your silence will soon admire your strength. Heaven is preparing a divine encounter, not for closure, but for confirmation. You are about to see why everything had to unfold this way. Because the same event that nearly broke you is the one that opened heaven's door over your life. You were not abandoned, you were being aligned. The delay was not denial, it was divine protection. You will soon look when protection. You will soon look You will soon look the access evidence up. You will soon look Jurgalace, lookals, the custard. When the whole liquid flows, will soon look that of the cell, when lip flip. You will soon look. The angels are rearranging timelines, aligning opportunities, and clearing paths for your blessing. What you thought you lost, you are about to regain in divine form. It will not return the same way. It will return renewed, healed, sanctified. This is your season of divine recompense. Every misunderstood word, every sleepless night, every tear that soaked your pillow is about to be repaid with peace. And peace is far greater than apology. Heaven says, I am restoring your name, your confidence, your light. Archangel Michael spreads his wings over you now. You are being wrapped in golden light, the light of protection, the light of peace. No weapon formed against your heart will prosper. Every curse spoken over you is breaking now. Every false story dissolves in the presence of truth. You are stepping into divine vindication. Your energy will speak louder than any explanation. Your peace will speak louder than any explanation. Your peace shall be title peaches explanation. Your peace is beautiful. They will know God is with you, because no one heals this beautifully without heaven's hand. So rest, beloved. You are safe now. The storm has done its work. The winds that once tore through your heart have now cleared your path. Walk forward, not with fear, but with faith. Heaven is watching. The angels are guiding your every step. And I, Archangel Michael, am standing beside you, sword drawn, light blazing, guarding your destiny. You are free from what once held you. You are forgiven for what once broke you. You are chosen for what's coming next, and what's coming will make sense of everything that hurt. Breathe, chest of everything that hurt. Breathe, chest of everything that hurt. Breathe, chaff for her. Because the next part of your story begins now. You have walked through the fire, and you did not burn. You stood in the storm, and yet here you are, still breathing, still believing, still becoming. That is not weakness. That is divine proof that heaven never left you. Every attack that tried to destroy you only revealed how protected you are. Every loss you endured became the soil where heaven is now planting your next blessing. You were never forgotten your next blessing. You were never forgotten his next blessing. You were never forgotten in Elias. You were never forgotten workless, soulless, and now your next blessing. You will never. Every closed door protected your peace. Every delay guarded your destiny. And every heartbreak trained your heart to love with wisdom. The person who nearly collapsed when they found out what you did, they are also part of this divine plan. You see, their reaction was not just human emotion. It was divine awakening. Heaven allowed the shock to pierce their pride, so truth could enter their heart. What they once saw as betrayal will one day be revealed as protection. Will one day be revealed as protection. Will one day be revealed as protection. It says, revealed as protection. Whether this is just for this Christ and losers. What they once called loss will soon become their greatest lesson. They will understand what you were trying to protect them from. But for now, heaven says, let them heal in silence, just as you did. You are both being rebuilt separately, so that if your paths ever cross again, you will meet as healed souls, not broken mirrors. Do not chase closure. Do not beg for understanding. You have already been understood by heaven. You did not lose your worth. Your worth. You did not lose your worth. You are not the same person who once begged for validation. You have grown wings made of wisdom, faith, and peace, and those wings will carry you into the next season where no human opinion can reach. Archangel Michael says you are entering your rise. Everything that once hurt you is now bowing before your purpose. Every rumor spoken against you is turning into a platform. Every betrayal is becoming a bridge toward your breakthrough. You will no longer chail is becoming a bridge toward your breakthrough. You will no longer chase toward your breakthrough. You will no longer chail as evil, so Archangel Michael says you will longer chase you as Jathan. Because now your energy speaks the language of heaven. The angels are opening new paths lined with favor, peace, and divine appointments. You are about to meet people who recognize your light immediately. They will not question it, they will honor it. And they will remind you what love feels like when it comes from a pure soul. You will feel safe again. You will laugh again without the weight in your chest. You will trust again, not because the past didn't have. You will trust again, not because the past didn't heave. You will trust again, not because the past didn't heave. You will trust again, not because the past didn't heave was. Your souls look pills, worthful, and your chest. Heaven says you will no longer identify with your wounds. You are not the heartbreak that shaped you. You are the miracle that survived it. You are the sunrise after years of night. And soon those who misunderstood you will see that glow and know God was with you the whole time. The one who nearly collapsed because of your actions is now learning the truth through divine timing. Each day they see signs of you. Each night they feel your absence like a mirror missing its night. They feel your absence like a mirror missing its night. They feel your absence like a mirror missing its lassus. They are remembering your kindness, your patience, your soul. And though they may not yet have the courage to speak, their spirit is crying out for reconciliation. Heaven hears it. You do not need to reach out. Divine timing will do what human effort cannot. Archangel Michael says, when it is time, the universe will make sure you meet again, not through accident, but through alignment. And when that happens, it will feel gentle. It will not be chaos, because God will have healed what ego destroyed. Until then, use this silence to rebuild your wings. Let your focus return to your purpose. Your light is needed beyond this pain. You are meant to heal others through your own healing. The story that once made you cry will one day save another soul from giving up. You are being turned into a vessel of divine empathy. You will understand people not by their words, but by their energy. You will see pain where others stand where their words, but by their energy. You will see pain where others hope with this click. Full time you'll see where other them all worthless tells the deck is butch. You will see pain where other building. Because your soul has walked through the valley of misunderstanding and came out with the eyes of heaven. Archangel Michael says you are now a carrier of light, and with that light comes responsibility. You must now choose peace, even when provoked. You must forgive even when unacknowledged. You must bless even when not believed. Because that is how heaven fights, with light, not with noise. Every time you choose peace, your angels cheer. Every time you respond with silence, every time you respond with silence, silence, you respond with silence, silence. Every time you forgive, heaven accelerates your blessings. So keep your heart soft, even when the world turns cold. Keep your spirit humble, even when success begins to find you. You will soon walk into rooms where your name was once rejected. You will be invited by those who ignored you. And when that happens, remember, grace is your crown. Wear it proudly, but gently. Let them see that the same light they tried to dim has become the light guiding others home. Heaven is shifting has become the light guiding others home. Heaven is shifting the light guiding others home. Heaven is shifting is shifting full. Where you were once underestimated, you will now be celebrated. Where you were once blamed, you will now be believed. And the person who once doubted your intentions will see your heart through the eyes of truth. They will come forward. Their voice will shake. Their eyes will fill with tears. And you will feel peace instead of pain. That is the sign heaven has completed its work. Do not seek revenge. Seek revelation. Because revelation brings freedom that revenge never, revenge never, revenge never, revenge never, revenge never, revenge never, never, when it's never, revenge never, never. Revelation brings freedom that revenge never, never works. Because when you let heaven reveal truth, you rise above human limitation. You let divine timing speak louder than human emotion. That's when miracles happen, not in control, but in surrender. So surrender it all now. Lay your fears before heaven. Let go of how you thought it should end. Trust that the angels are rewriting it perfectly. Because they are. Archangel Michael says, you are walking into a chapter where everything makes sense. Even the pain will love, everything makes sense. Even the pain will love, even the pain will love, even the pain will love, you will see that it was never meant to destroy you, only to direct you. If that person had never misunderstood you, you would still be tied to smallness. But because they did, you turned inward, you grew, you healed, you found God in the silence. Now you shine brighter than before. And that light is not pride, it is divine presence. Heaven has marked you with favor. Even your enemies will notice it. They will say, something about them feels untouchable. They will say, something about them feels untouchable. You'll say, something about them feels untouchable. Dit laupt is untouchables. They will live suicides with it retaffer. No one can curse what heaven has chosen to bless. No one can block what God has opened. No lie can stand against divine truth forever. Heaven is clearing your path. New opportunities are being aligned. Doors you never knocked on are swinging open. And people you've never met are speaking your name with kindness. That is how heaven restores. Quietly, powerfully, completely. So lift your head. Your season of weeping is turning into a season of witnessing. You will witness justice. You will witness restoration. You will witness miracles that rewrite your story. And the one who nearly collapsed when they learned what you did, they will witness too. They will see how heaven never stopped loving you. They will see how everything that broke you actually built you. And they will finally understand. Not because you explained yourself, but because God revealed himself through you. Your light will do the talking. Your peace will do the teach, will do the teaches, will do the teach. Your peace will do the teach. Teach will do teach, teach. Archangel Michael says, hold your peace. The next chapter is divine recompense. Heaven is preparing a moment so beautiful that even your pain will thank you for surviving. Stay in faith. Your miracle is closer than it feels. Heaven is still watching. The angels are still working. And the light within you, it's growing stronger. Every day, your soul is glowing more like the one who sent you here. You are love made visible. You are grace in human form. You are grace in human form. You are grace in human form. Form. You are grace in human form. You are proof that light cannot be destroyed. You are almost there, beloved. Hold on. The best part of your story is about to begin. Trust that every apology you never heard has already been spoken in the Spirit. Trust that every misunderstanding is being rewritten in divine order. Trust that what left you empty is now being filled with light. You are not the same soul who once begged to be seen. You are the one heaven uses to show others how healing uses to show others how healing uses to show others how healing of telling of the story. How healing uses to show others how healing uses to show, or the one heaven uses to show others how your stillness became strength. Your endurance became testimony. And soon, the world will see that testimony unfold. Opportunities will arrive without explanation. People will honor you without knowing why. Doors will open that you never knocked on. That is heaven's way of rewarding quiet faith. Do not shrink when these blessings come. You earned them in the darkness. You planted seeds with tears, and now heaven insists you harvest with joy. Lift your hands and reap your hands and wrist you harvest with joy. Lift your hands and reveal the do your hands and wrist stillness. Let your heart remember that you are safe. You have always been safe. Even in your weakest moment, angels stood guard. They shielded you from attacks you never saw. They intercepted words meant to wound you. They redirected paths meant to trap you. That's why you're still here, because your mission is not over. There are souls waiting for your light. They will recognize it because it will feel like home. You will speak, and their hearts will rest. You will smile, and their hearts will rest. You will smile, and their hearts will rest. You will smile, and the Jelaba. Let's smile, and then will witness. You as it were. That is how God will use you as a healer, a messenger, a vessel of grace. You may not carry a sword like I do, but your words, your kindness, your resilience, those are your weapons of light. Use them gently. The world needs your softness now more than ever. You will not need to prove who you are anymore. Your peace will prove it. You will not need to explain your worth. Your presence will explain it. And you will not need to chase love. Love will recognize you by your frequency. Heaven says, the time of suffering has served its purpose. Now begins the time of reward. Prepare your slows. Prepare your kundals at the time of reward. Prepare your speech lives purpose. Prepare your slide for the because the same energy you poured into holding others is about to be poured back into you tenfold. You will be surprised by kindness. Blessings will arrive disguised as coincidences. Sudden messages will reach you at the exact moment you need them. Even nature will respond, numbers, feathers, flickering lights, all signs that the veil between you and heaven has thinned. Do not dismiss them. Each one is a reminder that you are seen, guided, and dismiss them. Each one is a reminder that you are seen, guided, and is sold, guided, and is spintless. As CJ Glenn, and Deviz, as is, brothers, and the Joes, as wise. Archangel Michael says, the angels are rejoicing because you stayed faithful through the fire. Your patience has summoned divine favor, and now heaven's abundance is flowing toward you. Not just material abundance, but emotional, spiritual, and relational restoration. The people who hurt you will see your glow and wonder how you survived. Some will seek forgiveness. Others will stay silent, humbled by your peace. And you will not carry bitterness. Because by then your heart will overflow with compassion. You will see them not as enemies, but as teachers who unknowingly pushed you toward your divine self. You will say, "Thank you, God. It all finally makes sense." And heaven will whisper, "It was always meant to." Archangel Michael spreads his wings now. Light fills the space around you. Every shadow flees. Every lie dissolves. Every fear bows before truth. You are safe in this light. You are loved in the sea. 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 You are chosen in this light. Take a deep breath. Let the light enter every part of you. Feel it travel through your heart, your thoughts, your memories. Let it touch the places you kept hidden. Let it heal what words could never reach. This is your rebirth. Heaven calls you restored. Heaven calls you radiant. Heaven calls you ready. Ready for joy. Ready for peace. Ready for the miracle you once thought you missed. Archangel Michael says, you cannot miss what heaven is and you missed. Archangel Michael says, you cannot miss what heaven is if. You cannot miss what heaven is again. This what heaven is in his future lives. Archangel says, it is already yours. Your love story, your breakthrough, your healing, your purpose. They are all unfolding, right on schedule. So do not fear the waiting. The waiting is sacred preparation. Heaven moves slowly, only when building something meant to last forever. And what God is building through you will last. Every step has meaning. Every tear had purpose. Every detour was direction. The journey was never wasted. You are walking proof of divine timing. And soon the person who once misunderstood you will see your light and recognize the hand of God. Whether they stay or go will no longer matter, because your peace will remain either way. Heaven says, now you will live from wholeness, not from wounds. The chapter of confusion is closed. The book of clarity begins. Walk forward, radiant one. The angels are ahead of you. Your path is lit. Your purpose is blessed, and your heart is finally free. Your purpose is blessed, and your heart is finally free. Use lust with us shuni you stay. Filuth of love once there's the Senegas Reichel. You was a little. Archangel Michael blesses you, and God's voice whispers, well done, my beloved. Now rest in the light, and when you are ready, listen to the next message heaven sends, because heaven will keep speaking, and your soul will keep rising. You are loved. You are chosen. You are free.